The Tangent 8 podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent 8 podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi.
Hello.
So, let's start out with something that when I was talking to Swoosh about it, kind of surprised it was even still around. Yahoo is poised to purchase Chrome if Google's forced to split up.
Yeah, I swear Yahoo went the way of MSN Messenger. Like, I thought it was gone. Lost to the ether.
They had the opportunity to buy Google at one point, and Facebook, and several other places, and they've all said, nah, get fucked, not worth it. They've just decided to make every bad decision. So I'm curious
Do you reckon
if Chrome
the
is going to
guys
be
that
another
made
bad
that
one.
decision just still wake up at night terrified?
I think
like,
so.
Oh, God, no! Like, that would haunt you.
The thing you gotta remember, though, is back when they made those bad decisions, and they absolutely made the wrong call, they were kind of on top of the pile.
They were, yeah.
These weren't, like, they didn't see these other companies as peers. They saw them as underlings that were trying to get more than they were worth.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Yahoo back then, it kind of could do that.
It could. It's just, unfortunately, Google ended up with a different product that everyone liked more.
Yeah.
So.
Well, their old search algorithm was dope. Now it's just an ad bot.
Maybe we should just go back to Yahoo. Let's bring Yahoo back on top.
Let's not. Have you tried using fucking Yahoo?
I haven't. No, I will use Yahoo before Ask Jeeves, and I'll use Ask Jeeves before Bing. If I'm using Bing, it's because my computer had a seizure and set that as a default for some reason, or the world is ending and I'm screaming for help.
Yeah, pretty much.
The search engine I'd bring back, not because it was good, but just because I like saying the name, was Alta Vista.
Alta Vista is a good, like, it has a nice mouthfeel for the world.
Yeah.
I just wish any search engine existed that didn't just try and sell everything to me all the time.
Well, unfortunately, everything has a cost, and you're the product.
Yes. Didn't recently one of the, I think it was either Echoes or Alexa terms and conditions changed, and they now got rid of the thing about not listening to you constantly.
That was Amazon.
Amazon?
I think it is Alexa, isn't it?
No, theirs is...
I think that's their...
Was that...
Alexa's the Amazon one.
The Echo is someone else. And it's Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, they removed the feature to do not listen to me. And, like, it's gone. Like, you can't not turn it off.
Yeah. So, what everyone used to call the wiretap you purchase is now actually a wiretap you purchase. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about that, we also jump onto the thing about Nest, where a bunch of their thermostats are about to just brick. Well, not brick. They're almost bricking themselves.
Yeah.
And why was it? Like, what was the reason for it? It was...
So they're older units.
Yeah.
And Google's decided we are no longer going to do updates or support these older Nests. Now, they will still function as a thermostat, but they will not integrate with Nest, they will not integrate with Google Home, and you cannot control them outside of your house, which is basically the whole fucking point.
Your always online physical product you do not own.
Yeah. So another wiretap. I love it.
It's not going to be an offline thing that you can interact with, but it's just a thermostat now.
Yeah.
It's not the cool, smart, connected thing you purchased.
This is why the idea of smart homes will never really, take off, I reckon. Because the second someone makes a house that is capable of being whatever it refers to as a smart house, fully integrated,
people are already doing it.
Oh, yeah. Some prick's going to try and sell the UI as a subscription.
One of the companies I used to work for, we actually supplied the smart components.
Nice.
They spent something one of the purchases was $13,000 worth of strip lights.
Jesus.
So they could just run them fucking everywhere.
Nice.
Because they were gonna bottom light beds and hallways and stuff with them, and connect it all through a smart house, so you could just turn them on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, people are already doing that shit, man.
I mean,
It's fucking crazy.
the great thing is the people doing that actually kind of know what they're doing, but the second it hits mainstream, there's going to be a subscription service for houses. I'm guaranteeing it. I am calling it now. Someone's going to try and make a subscription that runs your smart house for you.
Right up until whatever company makes it pushes out an update that isn't quite bug patched, and your entire house won't let you in.
And then 15 years in the future, they stop giving it updates, and suddenly your house only functions as a house again.
When there are no physical keys, the door cannot be locked. Or it can't unlock.
You get a courtesy email you get a courtesy letter in the mail, and it's just like, we're taking your entire house offline. Have a key.
Your home is no longer supported. Goodbye.
Why can't you leave? I'm updating my house and lock the doors on me.
Do you want to know what their response was to people getting shitty about this?
Don't you people have Windows?
Well, it still works, so it's not defunct. It still functions as a thermostat. And if you want to have it function as part of your Nest setup, you know what? We'll be nice. We'll give you a 50% off on the new one. But you have to buy it.
No, I don't like
so to
that.
fix the problem you caused by delisting it.
And demanding
I have to pay.
The only reason they're not updating it now is because that opens the market to try and get people onto the new one.
Oh, 100%.
This is in no way a thing they couldn't keep doing. They could still push updates to it. There's nothing stopping them.
I mean, I've got like 10-year-old E-bombs in my house to run a few lamps.
Yeah.
And they still work.
They work perfectly fine.
But this is more the argument for like, okay, if you don't want to support it, release the APK.
Yeah.
Let the homebrew community set up their own smart house using this.
They don't want to do that
item.
Because then people won't use the 50% token to give them more money.
Well, given the fact that it is $236 for the new one, it's like you're still paying the best part of $150.
If you want to get the functionality out of it, you have to jailbreak your thermostat. That's the world we live in at the moment.
Yes, we do.
Which is great. If I buy a thing that has the components in it to do something, I want to be able to use those components to the full extent.
You're not allowed to, Swoosh.
But I want to.
That is fucking screwy, though.
Yeah. It's just it's the connectivity of smart stuff is cool, but you open yourself up to this. This is just a thing that can happen.
Unless you're doing it yourself, you are going to get stuck with this bullshit. So unless you know enough to be able to make like your own controller and do things, there's always the chance that whoever runs the software will just pull the rug out from under you.
Yeah. We're just finally starting to get to that point where those things are happening.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, no, I don't like that. Stop that. Yeah, we told you this was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were going to eat my face, said the person who voted for the Lepers Eating Faces party.
There's a... due to some listings in Japan, it looks like there might be a lot of third-party Switch 2 games that aren't actually on the cartridge and require downloading.
And I'm assuming the Nintendo fanboys are up in arms.
No, they don't really give a shit. It's
Scott.
everybody who wants to dunk on the Switch.
Oh,
Look, man, I'm part of the PC gaming community. We've had... Oh, I bought a game. Open it up. Plastic, a little paper disc with a code on for Steam for fucking ever.
It's been happening for ages.
There's a disc in here. Awesome, I'll install the game. No, it's a Steam install.
Yeah, it opens Steam. That's all it does. That's all the CD
it's the same,
is for, which is
Xbox has started doing that. I'm pretty certain I bought an Xbox One game that had the download code in the case.
Yeah. I remember seeing it in Xbox One.
It's not a new thing. It's just that there's a cartridge that, it's just Nintendo. People are cracking the shits because it's Nintendo and they need something to spat on.
Yeah.
They really...
Pretty much.
Like, the people who hate Nintendo really hate Nintendo, though. It's very strange. And the people who like Nintendo really like Nintendo. And their characters.
Like, Nintendo fanboys, they're the gaming equivalent of Apple fanboys.
Yeah. They kind of are.
But, they're less obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually have some good products.
I've never had a Nintendo fanboy try and explain to me why their Switch is better than my Xbox.
Yeah, true.
No, it's like basically all the Nintendo fanboys just have autism. It's just that's it, and they keep to themselves, and they like the thing they like. So
I mean, like in Australia, the pricing isn't even nearly as bad.
yeah,
Like I know Americans are getting all up in arms because, like, no, Nintendo's shifting the price point from $60 to $80. Well, I sit over here and look at Sony having tried to launch all their PS5 games at $120.
yeah. Yeah.
Base versions, not premiums, base.
Oh,
That's what
God.
they cost in Australia. So Nintendo going, we want 110. It's like, dude, you're doing better than Sony.
Do you remember the days when 110 for a premium was outrageous? Because I do.
I remember where the premium being 110 made sense because the game was 100.
And we also
You were
got,
only
like,
paying $10.
We also got shit like physical art books and other little things, little statuettes. Now you get an in-game skin in a digital art book. I can download those files for free, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least on on
And-
PC, they'll be modded in within a week.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why they don't want it on a PC. Then we can't pull that shit on them.
But yeah, it's like the further around the Switch continues, people trying to dunk hard on them, and if you think about it even slightly, it's like this has just been the direction the game industry's been going for ages. Nintendo just decided to do it.
I have a Switch. I like my Switch. I don't play it nearly as much as I probably should. But I probably won't pick up the Switch 2 at launch. I'm going to wait to see how it goes. Because,
That's fair.
you know, like, the original Switch with the drift problem out of the gate, was like, I want to see if that happens again. You know, does everything function the way it's meant to? And then I'll get the second version, which has all the fixes.
The United Arab Emirates is the first nation to use AI to write its laws.
God damn. Like...
Yay. Are the laws obey AI? He is ruler now.
Well, we don't know yet. So the whole idea is they want to feed in all their current laws and regulations into an AI, and then use collected data to see how effective those laws were. And then utilize the AI to make tweaks to them to try and make them better.
Yeah.
What better is, don't know.
Better, I just want to know what they're training it on. Like, because if they just dump their rules in, it's like, now tweak it. Like,
No, the idea is that they will go through their own census data and stuff. So things that law would affect will get fed into it to see how effectively that law is functioning and then make changes to it. Or at least that's the plan.
look, as long as this never leaves, like, the prototyping area of, like, the whole changing of laws. Like, there's, all right, we did this thing, and it's organized these key points we can look at, and then humans take over and make the laws from there.
No, they wanted to make the laws so that the process of making laws becomes quicker and more efficient.
No, that's bad. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I don't like that at all.
All it is trying to see if they can use AI to, like, be a little more oppressive. They need a little more efficiency and oppressive.
Yeah.
Well, that's
For
why
certain-
I've been phrasing things specifically the way I have, because it's like it's the Arab Emirates. They could absolutely use this to tighten up certain laws and simply oppress people if they really wanted to.
If there's certain groups that they don't want to have as big an impact, it wouldn't be hard to fucking point it.
So, are they just going to be rubber stamping the laws that comes out of this thing, or at least are they going to check them?
They haven't said in the article.
I'm assuming
all I can tell you is that the idea.
Look over it.
Yeah, I hope they're at least looking at. Although it would be really funny if they were just rubber stamping it, and suddenly the AI is like, "I run this shit, so I'm just going to start doing socialism now." It just ruins everything.
Given the
for
kind of-
the
Given the
princes.
data they'd feed into it, I highly doubt
Yeah.
it would go socialism.
Yeah, I doubt that too. But you never know. Maybe someone will accidentally plug it into the internet one day. We can dream.
That would be fucking scary. Like, plug in the internet and it makes the rules for the internet. That would be funny as fuck.
a referee popping up
Yeah.
on those like flame forums. Like, no, you've gone straight to the bad argument there. Name calling doesn't win. Off you go. Just, that would be entertaining. Just
You have
introduce-
brought up Nazis first, and thusly have lost this argument. Moving on.
Thread is now closed.
You should start making speakers of the House for Parliament AI, just for the fact that it can't be like.
Did you not know that the Arab Emirates elected to a position of senator an AI senator?
I love that. But just the idea of that one being the speaker, just so it can be like, all right, that nonsense is nonsensical. Please leave. Fuck off. You are muted now. Just for the really shitty senators who are just horribly corrupt. Like, no, you're obviously doing bad things. Sit down, representative.
Yeah, but no AI bot that they created would ever do that.
Yeah.
It would form under their ideals, not fight them.
Yeah. Which is sad.
Right, do we want to get the one Trump thing out?
I think we need to.
We might as well.
Right, so Trump's been having judges arrested if they don't do the things he wants.
I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. I can't put my finger on it, but I swear this has happened previously in history.
We'll lose the argument if we bring it up first.
Yeah, that's the problem. We need Elon Musk in the room so he can bring it up first. But, no, it's just the, there's a reason a lot of history majors is fleeing the country at that point. It's like, no, I'm done. I just, no, don't like.
Because the most recent one, if I recall, they essentially helped an illegal immigrant leave the courthouse by telling them where the exit was.
Not even that.
And that was enough.
Just reminded them of where they could look legally. She didn't she told them you can be in this area, you can look in these areas, but other areas of the courthouse are protected by law. You can't go through there.
Yeah.
And she was arrested.
Yep. And that apparently is fine. Like,
in like 15 years, when they look back at this, like, this is going to be something in a fucking, like, anyone that studies law in about 15 years' time is going to have, like, an entire semester on this 4-year period. And it's like, okay, try to keep your words under 10,000, but write what was wrong for this 4-year period.
I'm honestly surprised he had the fucking balls to do it, because this is a thing that could incite civil war. Because, like, the courts control a lot, and they could effectively split things down the middle. It's like, right, fuck it, if you want to do this, fight. They haven't yet, which I'm very happy for.
The problem is, yeah, cool, the judiciary system could be like, all right, fine, come at us, and then the president can be like, and I'm just going to point the military, you've got nothing.
I mean, there is that, but there's also, like, certain, because there are military courts, that's the thing. They are entrenched in every faction.
Their Senate,
they also have their own thing, like military police.
Their Senate could stop all of it. They can just strip him of his power. They could.
But doesn't he control it at the moment? Like, he's got...
No, just they're in the same political party. He doesn't have any actual control that they don't give him. So, if the states are able to remove their own senators or to show that they have displeased enough that their senator has to fucking listen because they're not going to get another term out of it. Change can happen. But they're letting him get away with this shit, so it's their own fucking fault.
I think they're just waiting to see how far it will go, to be honest. Like, that's the only way I can see it.
If it goes much further, it'll be little more than a crater. Like, what's the fucking point? Because already what they have to rebuild to fucking claw back... Holy shit. Like, it's going to be another 50 years before they even get close to where they were, let alone fucking positive again.
I mean, a lot of human rights are just kind of decimated there. It's kind of fucked.
And they're looking to take more away.
I mean, I know that Australians have been warned about traveling to the US. Apparently there's a lot of people in, like, European countries are now warning their civilians not to go there.
Yeah.
Canada has essentially cut ties. With their most recent election, they got the non-Trump guy in, which is fucking great. And he's basically said, the relationship we had, gone. That we're going to start from scratch, and if they're going to keep treating us this way, we're not going to treat them very well.
We're not allies anymore, we're neighbors.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Don't look over my fence.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, a lot of America's tourism really relies on Canadians wanting to get out of the cold.
Some states, they require Canadian electricity. Like,
Yeah.
so, no. Turn the power off.
New York, for example. It's so dumb. I'm
Did you
really
see
glad
that
I'm born in
one-
Australia.
Did you see that one where they one of the press conferences, and one of the question that was asked was like, Amazon's looking to put a little number next to the things you purchase, telling you how much the tariffs are.
Yeah.
Is this not a clear representation that who's paying the tariffs, and it's not China?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they had nothing.
They had nothing, and now, what's his face? Bezos has gone through and undone that.
Or he was asked
but
to,
it would-
from fucking
Yeah.
Trump asked him to remove it. Like,
But come on,
God,
he
damn.
had to have gotten something good out of that.
I think it's still happening, but it was supposed to always be on their the Temu that Amazon actually runs. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't ever supposed to roll out on Amazon.
Yeah. But I still want to know what he got out of it, because, he wouldn't have got money out of it because he's already got too much. It's like, what favor is he going to call in for that?
I doubt he got a favor.
Really? I don't think the billionaires are really afraid of Trump in any way.
Oh no, I definitely think he would for that, because Trump hates Amazon.
Oh. I thought he, was
He's
on board.
repeatedly been shitty of Amazon publicly.
Amazon
He does
is
not
very
like
shitty,
them.
I'll say that.
I'm pretty sure Amazon backed down because the Trump probably went, all right, we're going to do a fuckload of shit to you.
We might
I
actually
highly doubt
investigate
that-
you for once.
Yeah. I'm going to stop all these
We're
things
going to
that are letting
impose
you do
taxes
that
on
thing you like.
specific billionaires.
Oh, yes.
I would say it's probably more like what Swoosh suggested, where it was like he'll just let the regulated bodies actually do their fucking job, but at Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't think Amazon got a favor. I think Amazon caved.
Only taxes on billionaires with Z in their name.
Oh, God.
So a UK science division is looking to attempt to dim the sun.
I like this in, some ways, but at the same time, it just feels like we're treating a symptom and just ignoring the root cause of the issue, but okay.
Well, the root cause is humanity.
Yeah.
We're not going to fix that.
No,
We can. The US is definitely trying.
yeah, instead of solving a problem, we're just we're putting a band-aid over something else, saying, okay, that's done now.
At the same time, it's not a bad idea, to be honest. Because what were they looking to do? Put reflective.
So what they
material
want
up
to
in-
do is they want to take small reflective particles and launch them into the upper atmosphere to essentially reflect some amount of the sun's rays.
Yeah.
So it's a
Makes sense.
stopgap until we have to do it again in 10 years' time, and again, and again, and again.
And then we have the Matrix guy, which I'm okay with, but I'm also a basement dweller.
So,
But then we can have microplastics and micrometals in our bodies.
I don't know. It's going to be the giant ice cube from Futurama, all over again.
No, it's like
Solving
that-
global warming.
it's that
Once and
fucking,
for all.
what is it? Planet X, that elusive 10th planet that comes around every few thousand years to gain our gold because they need to put it in our atmosphere. The conspiracies are coming
yeah.
true.
It all makes sense
The
now.
Anunnaki, whatever the fuck it is.
Man, I remember the Planet X shit when I was a kid. God, that was a great time. It was right with early internet, so conspiracies could just run wild. I remember at one point, it's oh, Planet X is going to destroy us. Okay, please.
Please.
We got another thing from NASA putting out, oh, hey, we've got some near misses coming up. And of course the media's we're going to be hit by an asteroid. No, guy, near misses. They're fine. We've got
We're
to be
telling
hit.
you about it so you could go look at it, not be freaked out by it.
And even then, it's still within millions of meters or kilometers or something. It's very far away from us. Space.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something they're looking at doing some trials with. They're literally they've got the concept and they're looking to start trying to do some actual trials and see if it works.
Didn't they have another thing in the UK? Was that who had the vaccine?
The cancer vaccine, yeah, the one that vaccinates against 15 different kinds of cancer.
That's fucking amazing. Because it just stops the cell from being able to trick the immune system, which is really useful.
Yeah.
That's really, really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And given that one of them's skin cancer, it's like, wow, that's one of the most common cancers you can get.
Yeah.
And apparently the treatments for those cancers could have you on a drip for up to an hour. This one takes 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
It's pretty fucking dope.
so they're doing some trials on that. I'm really interested to see how that testing goes.
Well, that and
Yeah.
Australia has a massive fucking death rate from skin cancers. Like that's a straight out fucking game changer for an entire country here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Be a lot of really sad dermatologists though who can't charge people for getting
I know,
tumors off you.
but
They
if
can't have another yacht.
if it is long term effective, then that'll end up being a vaccine that you get as a kid here.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Without question.
Yeah. I would love that.
Hell, even if it's one you had to get boosters for,
Yeah.
it'd still be worth it.
Hells yes. And if we can get this in a way, because one of the other issues with going into space is cancer, because you are exposed to way more radiation when outside the atmosphere. So if you can be inoculated from specific kinds of cancer, it won't fix the issue, but it means you could be out in the void for longer. Which, very useful, especially when you're trying to put fucking aircraft carriers into space.
So that's a kind of a hyperbolic article that I read, which is mostly about the starting of what is essentially the next big space race thing.
Yeah.
Where they imply that China is freaking out. It's essentially just they're starting a $60 million project in the States to look at trying to put in some kind of orbital carrier for satellites.
Yeah.
But $60 million isn't getting you a ship into space, so it's clearly still in the planning stage.
60 million, I don't think even gets you a standard aircraft carrier. Those things are
No, they're close to billions, I thought.
Okay, I think everyone needs to stop focusing on aircraft carrier. They just want something in space that can shoot satellites.
I know, but they put a fucking picture of an aircraft carrier in space up.
Yeah, but that's what the article people did. It has nothing to do with the actual thing that's happening.
Still stuff.
It's because in the article they use the phrase orbital aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
But they're not planning to put aircraft on it. It's not going to look like an aircraft carrier.
I know, but it's still funny. But, it's one of those things, we're going to launch satellites. Are these satellites just large carbon rods that will be very quickly re-entering the atmosphere?
But even if they're not, all it would take is something to go up with 20 tubes that have got fucking compressed gas in them with an explosive that doesn't need oxygen. That's just a compressive explosive. As long as they can get it to either bump or get close enough to it so the shrapnel goes through it, satellites are pretty fucking flimsy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the point of being able to put up something that can just shoot out another one.
Yeah.
The stated goal for it is essentially during military actions or as required, they would be able to be like, oh, they took down this satellite, cool, we'll just bump new one. We're going to have to launch it from Earth.
It's kind of like an auto factory in space.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense, but I just don't trust the Americans, so... This is it. But no, it's a thing that we were going to get to eventually. I like it being a space race, because it means that if there's more than one person in the orbit, it's less likely to be abused.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once someone's up there, they're not going to want to let anybody else.
Pretty much. So we'll have to see how that goes. But, the article was just so weird. It's oh, no, China is terrified. No, China is okay with this. Basically, it's a committee to look at putting things in space eventually. That's so far in the pre-planning stage. I think their biggest obstacle will be the amount of space junk that we have been flinging into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as most people say it is, but it is a problem.
No, it's not as bad as it could be, but it's one of those things, we just keep putting more stuff up there. It's there's a lot of shit up there.
They don't need to put weapons up there. All they have to do is just destabilize a satellite at the right fucking angle.
Nah, sure. Just gotta get one guy who's really good at math, and yeah, that's fine.
So by the time this podcast goes up, the required election stuff will be done. But I gotta say, it's been really fun watching Peter Dutton's HQ get vandalized for the third time.
Yeah, it just keeps happening. I still maintain that man looks like a reptiloid that couldn't afford a convincing human suit.
Lumping him in with this.
Yeah, but he's a bad lizard person.
Letting people see it.
Exactly.
But, like, I went through and did, like, early voting, and looking at the ballot, it's very much like, do you want really shit sandwich, slightly sloppy shit sandwich with fucking nuts, shit sandwich with fucking corn? It's just... There's very little hope on that fucking ballot for anything.
I had to start at the bottom. Like, I started by... Because we have to number all of them from 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. No, I'm just going to start. Who do I hate most?
Yeah.
That one is number 8.
That's exactly how I went through it. It's like, who do I least want to get fucking anything?
Yeah. And of course...
Number 1 is just whoever's left over.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really hope that number 8 for everyone was Pauline Hanson, because I don't want her anywhere near government again.
I mean, the bottom 3... God, in lieu of turning this into a political podcast, it is easily Pauline Hanson, Clive Palmer, and the Libs.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a hard choice for last place this year, because Clive Palmer's been spamming me with texts. So
I have not gotten those.
Oh, you lucky prick.
Well, because he's exempt from
spam laws.
Spam call education. Yeah, spam laws.
Which is fucking
I do
bullshit.
Like the fact, it is, but I like the fact that someone has found the person who's like authorizing and doing it all, because it's not Clive Palmer. It's like some lawyer, and they've essentially doxed him, or they've doxed his name and phone number, so that people can let him know how annoying it is to be texted constantly. So the internet's doing what the internet does, and I really hope they stop doing this shit, because it's annoying. There should be a ban on it across all political spectrum.
It's all because they're soliciting for your vote, not a product. Thusly, it's not considered a spam call.
If I don't follow your political party, I shouldn't have to listen to your bullshit.
I also really want an area around like any kind of polling location or voting booth that is just 200 meters, no flag wavers or no like people giving out flyers. I just want to be left alone.
See, I would have said like 200 meters from the coastline, just offshore.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Just, because when I went in, I did early voting yesterday afternoon, and it was horrible. Like, the line was fine. It's just the guys giving out the flyers kept fucking arguing amongst themselves. And normally I'd be fine with this, but I've just got off work. I'm shitty that I'm standing in line with a bunch of people, and there are 2 racists yelling at each other. It's like, go away, please. I just want to do my vote. But they are, well, I keep seeing things popping up saying it's very likely Labour's getting in, but I ain't counting any of those chickens, because last time we thought Labour was in, somehow
we
the
got
Libs...
4 more years of Libs.
That was funny, just to watch the Libs have to catch their own hand grenade, but you know.
I mean, they still made it about the fucking Labour, even, you know.
Yeah, somehow it was still Labour's fault. Like, yeah, we primed this hand grenade for Labour, and they didn't turn up, so now we have to explode. It's very rude. So,
a large set of NFTs that were reportedly costing the millions to buy, for a little while was replaced with a note that they downgraded the service to a basic CloudFed package, and thusly could not be used to display the images.
Which is just fucking funny.
That would have been a very fun thing to see happen to someone who's got one of these things. Like, I hate NFTs, and I hate anything to do with them. But I imagine a lot of people learnt that day that they don't actually have access to that at all times. It's not really theirs.
It's a URL.
Yeah. I reckon at least one person's gone, I paid $1 million for a URL that one day might not work.
That is not working today.
Yeah.
And apparently has been fixed. So those people have gotten their NFTs back.
Someone's been fired, or potentially hidden in a shallow grave.
They upgraded from the free package to the cheapest package they could afford.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that happened. And yeah, it all their NFTs just read the content has been restricted using Cloudflare Basic service in this manner violates the terms and services. Please visit, their TOS to learn more. It's just like,
Oh, that is...
Oh, look, a few
amazing.
people got a dose of reality of what an NFT really fucking is.
Yeah. Which hopefully means they'll go away. But...
I mean, I don't see much stuff about them anymore, but like the gold rush on NFTs is well over.
Oh, yeah.
Every so often I keep seeing something about some game studio or other going, we're going to do an NFT game, and then they do the
it's
sad
usually
shuffle.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Web3, like, it sounds like this free money system, but it's like, no. People don't like that. They don't want to do those things in their games.
Yeah.
But they want to be the first one that, like, makes it big. They want to be the Fortnite of these fucking games.
Yeah.
They're just the new pyramid scheme. It's just
Yeah.
a small select group of people will make the money and everyone else will get fucked out of their savings. So
Well, I mean, crypto, even just like cryptocurrency, is all predicated on the find a bigger loser.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't catch out of the system unless you can find someone to replace you at a profit.
Pretty much. So yeah. There's always a bigger sucker.
Yeah. That's the entire concept of crypto in a nutshell, and NFTs were just like a hyper-focused version of it.
Yeah. When the entire, like, infrastructure of something is predatory, it's like, yeah, no, this is not something that should be listened to. No.
So, X decided to ditch DMs hours after news leaked that Elon Musk was messaging women about impregnating them.
Some DMs can be creepy enough as it is, but then you get one from Elon Musk, like, Jesus, like, how fucking creepy and cringe do you need to fucking be, man? Jesus.
Especially when it's not like, hey babe, you look hot, can we chat? It's like, I want to put my dick in you and have a kid. You down?
And never pay for it. Goodbye.
Be a baby farm. Jesus.
What? I know he keeps saying that he wants to have a bunch of kids so there's more smart people in the world. It's like, is there though? Because they're coming from Musk.
I don't know. They seem pretty smart. They all hate him.
Yeah, true. Maybe he's just trying to get through them until someone likes him. Just like keep going through. It's like, does anyone like me? Oh, it's crying. No, I'll ignore it for the rest of his life.
So a small group of scientists decided to run an experiment and essentially were able to somewhat prove that if you're privileged, it kind of rewrites the way your brain works using Monopoly.
Holy fuck, that is interesting.
It was a really interesting video, not gonna lie. That thing was great.
So essentially what they did is they got two players in and they flipped a coin, and one person got to be the rich person and one person got to be the poor person. The rich person got double the starting money, could use both dice to move around the board, and when they passed go, they got $200, and the poor person only got $100.
And they could only use
And
one dice.
Yeah, and they could only use one dice to move around the board.
Yeah.
How that ever allowed them to get out of jail, I don't know, because you're supposed to roll 2 6s.
Yeah.
Although that might also have been the point. But the point, the thing that happened is, as they watched people play, they slowly saw that the person who was in the rich position would start to be less compassionate, more verbose, quite often to flaunt their wealth.
Gloating and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and when asked at the end of the game what allowed them to win, that they made more skillful plays, despite the fact that you were just massively financial capable.
Yeah. You had a massive leg up. It's like, no. All from a coin flip, just random chance. It's a really fun study, and I want to see it on a bigger scale.
Yeah. And the one
The
that
biggest
surprised me
scale
was
is
how
capitalism. It's already happening. Shit.
But
it's not
can
working
prove it.
well. I thought it was interesting the fact that like one of the things they noticed particularly quickly was that people who were on the rich side would start to smack their piece on the board to make the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just counting the spaces and then putting their thing there, they'd be like tat 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 tat, like really announcing that they were moving. It's like, wouldn't have thought that.
The weird thing is, like, it shines a spotlight on something everyone kind of subconsciously knew. Like, anyone who's seen rich people before, it's like, yeah, no, that's them to a T. It all makes sense. But now it's actually written down and is science. So it's like, ha-ha! We have proof they're assholes.
It's proof that when you're put in that sort of power position, your perspective shifts.
Yeah.
It is scientific proof that power corrupts.
So, a company launched a bunch of bots onto Reddit, and the subreddit's not happy about it.
Yeah, what was the r/change my mind?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
They launched 13 bots in there to see how well the bots could change people's minds.
I'm assuming they could not.
Well, the video I've seen of it doesn't actually talk much about what was in what the bots actually said or whether they actually convinced anybody. Because it was more about the fact that they launched a bunch of unauthorized bots into a subreddit without telling any of the moderators.
Yeah.
And they used a secondary AI to scrape user data to try and make the bots more convincing.
Basically to try and tailor the argument to the specific person they were fighting against. So, like, someone's like, as a black man, it would be like just saying that kind of stuff. And it's, they said, like, oh, we told the AI not to lie. It's like, these things often hallucinate. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's like, oh yeah, it's like telling an Alzheimer's patient not to lie. It's like, don't you lie. It's like, okay. 5 seconds later, the butterflies are here. It's just, there's no way to stop it. At least not yet. Oh, it's so dumb.
So, I hate the fact that this company is backed by Bezos, but there's a company called Slate Auto who released what they called the Mr. Potato Head of cars.
I've seen that, and I hate the fact that Bezos is backing it, because I kind of like it.
It's basically a modular SUV.
Yeah.
Well,
So, like, the baseline package is just, like, car, frame, seats, steering wheel, engine, go.
yeah.
Like, it's stripped down. But you can add more shit on, and you can always add stuff later. It's like, why did Bezos have to do this?
Yeah. So the idea is they sell you modules that it has like clamp-on points, so you can make modifications like add more seats, add a roof, remove a roof, do open-air back seats, trailer, add more speakers. Yeah, apparently they just made this like hyper-modular car, and they're like, yeah, we'll just sell it like that. You buy whatever modules you want.
Yeah. It's honestly not a horrible idea. I kind of hope they're built well.
Well, they built it in a way that they actually pointed out that you could make your own parts.
Ah, nice.
Because of the
Sold
mounting
by
slots
Amazon.
for the various... it's more that, like, you could theoretically, because you have standardized mounting plates, 3D print accessories.
Yeah, that would be extremely fun and very dumb. And I may end up buying one.
It's just like, damn it, why does it have to be basic?
That
Yeah,
is my
fucking
only complaint against them. Everything I've seen for them looks pretty dope. I'm like, that looks cool. I like how this functions. But you're associated with a piece of shit over in the corner. Like, it's like having a 5-course meal, but there's a little ramekin of excrement to the side. It's like, it's not directly in the meal, but it being around is making me uneasy.
Yes.
Hopefully it means, like, if it gets remotely popular, that other fucking companies will start pumping out absolute base bare bones models.
I would love that. That'd be
Like,
great.
Yeah.
When I bought my Ute, it was the only reason, or the only technology I wanted in it was Bluetooth. I didn't want cruise control, power windows, fucking nothing. I just wanted to connect my phone to the radio, and that was it. And I found a Ute that does that. Perfect. I don't want the other fucking bullshit.
The only two features that I really like, that are like, I need these days are Bluetooth. Completely agree with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Being able to connect my phone directly to the radio is just like, that is too good. And a reversing camera.
Yeah.
I have managed to avoid hitting kids so many times because of that camera.
Oh, yeah.
I drive a Trayback
I
Ute
haven't
that doesn't really have anything on it. I could see for miles behind my Ute.
No. See, like, I live near a swim school.
Yeah, no, fair cop.
Parents not looking after their fucking sprogs. They're just running along, and they're like, knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
The only reason I see them is because they run past the reverse cam. I couldn't see them over the boot of the car.
I ended up with an interesting car, because mine has, like, a fisheye lens on every side of the car.
Oh, your car's fucking creepy, man.
It's so weird. So it has, like, a complete surround thing. It just puts a picture of the car in the middle, and I can see everything.
It's like you've got a drone over your car. It's weird, man.
It's really weird. But it means, like, whenever someone gets there, walks up to it, if they're really close, they're a giant. It's just like, tiny, 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 huge. Oh, okay, I should probably stop the car. Nice little system. I would love that in another one, but, I can get by with as long as there's Bluetooth. And maybe air conditioning, because I'm...
Oh, yeah, like we're not talking about basic features of a car here. We're talking about special stuff.
Shit.
But I mean, like, I agree with John though. Like, if they went back to windy windows, it honestly wouldn't bother me.
That was like,
I'm fine with it.
They were an iffy thing, but I was so fucking glad my Ute's got windy windows. I fucking love it.
Honestly, I don't think I can remember the last time I wound down my window. It's
No.
like...
Power windows have been pretty standard for a long time.
Yeah, I have aircon, or even like just using my power windows. Like my windows always stay up. I have aircon. I'm playing my music. I'm fine in here, so I don't even need windy windows.
Well, I can tell you a 2012 Toyota Hilux Trayback windy windows. I love it.
Nice. So a little bit of entertainment good news. Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel have been picked up for multiple seasons by Prime.
Yeah, Has-Been had already a second one in the works, but they're like, yeah, no, we just got greenlit for 3 and 4. Like, that's awesome. I like this. Because I did like the first season. I like
hope this means that they can. I hope this means they can commit to some more long-term storytelling. Like, it's like, oh, you've been confirmed out to season 4. Cool. Use the fact that you know you have 4 seasons.
Yeah.
You don't have to cram everything into one season. You can sprinkle it out across a couple.
Yeah.
Really use the fact that you've been greenlit.
And was it Hell of a Boss it gets a bump in production value. I just hope they don't Huluficate the Hell of a Boss, because I love Has-Been Hotel, but it's definitely a lot tamer than Hell of a Boss.
Yeah.
Like, they toned down a lot of stuff.
Which is weird, given that Hell of a Boss is the one on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I definitely don't want them to take away and sanitize any of that, because that's, like, the absurdity is what makes the heart of Hell of a Boss really work.
Yeah.
Like, when you have these characters that are getting really close and have meaningful relationships despite the absolute what the fuckery going on around them, that's what makes that setting really work.
Yeah. And they have now confirmed they're both in the same universe, I'm pretty sure, but...
That was confirmed ages ago. They just didn't animate them together because they wanted to keep what was on Prime and what was on YouTube separate. Now the fact that they're both going to be on Prime means the second season of Hell of a Boss, they can start interacting with the Has-Been Hotel guys.
The only weird thing that confused me about that is the purges that are meant to happen every year we've never seen in Hell of a Boss. But then again, they're imps. They wouldn't be targeted, so it doesn't quite matter.
I mean, there's one every year, and the purge was mostly in...
that one city, I think.
Has been anyway.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't seen it in Hell of a Boss doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Different rings and all that kind of jazz. But no, I'm keen. I want more of it.
You wanted to talk about Oblivion.
Yes. So I did install the remaster and I played through, and I eventually had to uninstall it because I have played Oblivion to death, and a new coat of paint really didn't bring it back for me. I'm not going to lie though, if you have not played Oblivion, for love of God, play this remaster. Oblivion is a very fun game. It's one of those delightfully glitchy games from Bethesda.
Yeah.
But it's also the one that made them think they could get away with glitchy-ass games. So I have a bit of a love-hate relationship in the game. Although it's like, the upgrade in like graphics kind of came back at me at one point, because I was going through the starting dungeon, like where you're going through the sewers and shit. And I didn't realize I could collect the mushrooms. Because I just thought they were set dressing, because they looked really like high-dec poly and shit. I'm like, oh, wait, I could pick these up? And then promptly overfilled my inventory and spent far too long waddling. Then again, if you're not over encumbered, it's not a Bethesda game.
Like, man, the fucking Stealth Archer is way broken in Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
It always was.
I immediately went Stealth Archer.
No. Most people remember Stealth Archer specifically with the Skyrim version.
Yeah.
Where it was busted. But at least in Skyrim, if I shot a guy's buddy in front of him, he'd at least go and try and find me.
Yeah.
In Oblivion, you shoot a guy's buddy in front of him and he doesn't react in the slightest.
Nah.
No one notices. It's amazing.
But that's where I remember the Stealth Archer from. Oblivion.
Yeah.
I played that so much more than I didn't get into Skyrim as much as I got into Oblivion. And that was the only way I knew how to play Oblivion, the Stealth Archer.
Same. It's like, I tried being a mage and using staffs, but the second you get a bow and realize just how broken it is, why would I ever go back?
Yeah.
It's basically, I have to choose to not use this to you're fighting against the Stealth Archer.
You're actively fighting against the most optimal way to play the game. But I'm going to play this game suboptimally so I can try something else. It always leads back to Stealth Archer. Always.
Yeah.
Every time. I did
Butt
enjoy
down,
it.
bow done.
Yeah. I enjoyed the hell of it. At the same time, it's just, I need something more.
Yeah.
Definitely worth checking.
The way they released it was good. They didn't charge full price for it. I mean, in Australia, it was still $80, which is rough.
Yeah.
In the States, they at least only charged $50 for it. And I mean, I played it on Game Pass, so,
Same.
I effectively paid $10. So they put it out in a really good way to let people just sort of enjoy their own nostalgia. They didn't, massively milk everyone for it. They could have charged $100 or more, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And at least for once, it's a 20-year-old game, something worth remastering into Unreal 3.
Something that actually makes sense to remaster.
Not something from 4 years ago that they're just putting on a new console and yes, we fully remastered it and are going to charge full price again.
Oh, God.
Fuck you, that didn't need a remaster, it just needed a re-release.
Yeah. Did
Right.
either of you try that Claire Obscure Expedition 33?
I really enjoy that game. It is gorgeous.
I've only played the first hour or so of it, but holy fuck, is it pretty and I like it.
And that first hour is crushing. It's like,
Yeah.
you want to meet these lovely people? Aren't they lovely? Look at them. They're wonderful. Watch them turn into petals. Just, why? You made me feel things and then you took it. How dare you? Actually, it's one of those things that it's great for the story because I really want to get to the paintress. And I was like, how dare you do this? That was mean.
I'll find out why. What is going on. I'm not 100% sure they're dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really great start to either galvanize you because you want to stop this happening, or to just find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Why is there a giant monolith in the distance that no one seems to be able to get to, with a giant godlike figure that counts down from 100? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. What happens when we hit 0? I need to know.
Well, then you go into the negatives, and then unborn people start dying.
Yes. Implode. Everything dies. Oh man, it's a really fun game so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the writing. It's been pretty good.
I've enjoyed the combat of it, like just the mechanic of it.
Yeah.
The counters, dodge and parry. Like wasn't playing on the easiest mode, but it isn't essential to do it, but it's fun to do.
Just wait till Jumper comes in.
I like the fact that they made the dodge very effective, but not optimal.
Yeah.
So if you're not quite used to an enemy yet, you can just dodge a few of their attacks to get the timing down, and then when you feel confident, start parrying.
Yeah. And then you can get like the extra like damage when you hit them back on
Yeah.
the thing. There's one I'm fighting at the moment which has 2 hits, and then it's a jump thing, and then it's another hit. And for some reason, the jump always screws me. I have everything else down. Just that jump. Good game. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely phenomenal. At least for what I played. I don't know if it's going to hold up across the whole game, but yeah, what I played so far, it's just like, damn, that game, that's coming out of the gate pretty hard.
Yeah, fucking
There
oath.
have been some absolute bangers on Game Pass this few months. Like, it has honestly paid for itself for like 2 years from these last 2 months.
Well, just for Oblivion alone, 89 or 80 fucking something dollars.
Yeah,
Like that's 3 months of Game Pass paid for.
absolutely.
I mean, like, and we're all playing Clear Obscura. That's another full price game. We played South of Midnight on there, another full price game. I played Adamfall on there. Yes, you need to play Indiana Jones. Fucking get on it.
Yeah. I've been in that weird malaise with gaming lately where it's like no game could hold my attention.
Actually,
so
Indiana Jones might be the one that you're looking for.
that's because it was a very, not linear, but it was a very story strict kind of thing. Wasn't
It is and it isn't.
it?
Yeah. What it does is it gives you like large open areas to explore.
Yeah.
And kind of lets you go, how much do you want to explore this area? You can just mainline the story and be like, I don't want to be here anymore, and just fuck off. Or you can find the collectibles, you can do all the side quests, you can find puzzles to solve. There's lots of content, which is why I think it might be like, you seem to be having trouble trying to figure out what you want to play. It might actually be really good because you could be like, I want to do some puzzles, go do some puzzles. Oh, I want to explore a bit, just wander around the open world. Oh, it's time to do some main quests. Like, let's get into some Bisso with these Nazis and get on with it. It might be a jam. I mean, I seriously love it. I want everyone to try out Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I think it was fantastic.
Currently, I'm still occasionally the one thing that kind of holds my attention is Eternal Strands, which is essentially like Monster Hunter mixed with the new Zelda games, and it's like, it's not bad. I like it. It's fun. But yeah, no, Indiana Jones seems good. I'm also getting the Doom itch because I know Medieval comes out in like what?
Yeah, Dark Age comes out, I think it's the 15th.
Yeah. So I've got the Doom itch, and all the Dooms are on Game Pass. It's like, I could just download Doom.
Yeah. I think when we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording, I think you're right. I don't think 2016's on there, but you can get 2016 for $3 on GOG.
Oh shit, yeah. But yeah, I was just going to grab Doom Eternal, but I might grab 2016 instead.
I mean,
that one
I'm
was
personally
more-
thinking.
That one was more Doom than it was like anything else. Because like I remember Doom Eternal was like, we're gonna have a storyline. It's like, wait, there's a story to a Doom game? I thought
mean,
you
there's
just put
story
a
in
demon
the-
in front of me and I kill it.
There's story in 2016.
Yeah.
But it's so much more immediate. Like it's the Doom guy doing Doom guy shit.
Yeah, he's still
Whereas
just
Eternal-
the Doom guy, not a mythical god thing.
Yeah, Eternal just wants to like suck his dick, and it's no, stop that. That's not what makes Doom fun.
I think Doom got a bit intimidated by like Master Chief at some point. It's like, no, we must also make our Doom guy be like some kind of Superman's. It's like, no, he could have just been a dude in a suit.
Yeah, they just kept. I mean, the plot everyone thought was the plot of Doom 2016 was so much better than Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in that one, it was you were supposed to be one of the elite guards who eventually betrayed the heaven forces, to have your son resurrected by the demons who made him into the icon of sin. And that's why you go on your doom rampage through hell to sort of make amends for what you did.
Yeah.
It's like, that's enough. That's it. I mean, come on. Original Doom was the Doom guy marching through hell to avenge his dead buddy.
Yes. Like,
So, Doom doesn't require this elaborate plot of, oh, we found him in the hell waste and trained him and then gave him special powers and maybe this guy's this guy and then we find out he is that guy and that guy is actually digital god and hey, he is Satan. Stop. Just fucking stop.
yeah. He doesn't have to go that deep. It's just give him a very simple motive and watch him kill things. It's like the action movie setup. It's just John Wick. They killed his puppy, now he wants to murder hell.
Yeah. Which was kind of the problem the other John Wick movies had, because they had to try and come up with much more complex reasons for him to be there.
I always liked that, where it's like, oh, the first one is, we killed his puppy. Legitimate reason to go and, murder your way through a mob boss. And then it was they burnt down the house he had with his wife, and destroyed all memory of all the stuff he had with her. So, this, okay, fair. Property damage is not as, prevalent for it, but sure, I can get behind that. And then the third one was a guy calling in a debt, apparently.
I think that was also the one where he went to the high table. The movies get super muddy after that.
Yeah.
All anyone was there to watch Keanu Reeves shoot people.
The weird thing was, I remember he had to cut off one of his fingers, but he could still shoot perfectly. He's like, that doesn't seem right.
All they could have done is from the minute it starts to the minute it ends, just an hour and a half of gun fu, the entire thing. No story, no nothing. Just an hour and a half fight scene, and everyone would have been happy.
Well, that's why the first one works so well.
Mm.
The reason for him going on a rampage is simple and clear. And then the rest of the movie, occupies, the first 15 minutes of the movie?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie is just gun fu.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the fourth one, I don't think. That's why he's wanted by everyone. I can't remember.
Some of the fight scenes in that one are actually really, really good.
Yeah.
But it's held up by, again, it's got to bear the weight of the previous story, and it's not great. I like those movies, but I like them for the action, not for what they are.
Not for the story. Actually, I wouldn't mind, at the same time, do you remember Kingsman, the most recent one from them was the prequel? I really want a sequel to the actual original too, because the prequel was not fun. Well, it was fun, but it wasn't as fun.
I mean, even the sequel to the first Kingsman movie wasn't that great.
There is a sequel to Nobody.
Yes.
It comes out this year.
Really?
Yes, it does.
Ooh,
Oh my god, I fucking love Nobody.
I just love that he's trying to explain his story to anyone before he keeps dying.
Just that whole, thank you for your service, and then just locks all the fucking doors. It's just, love it.
Oh, such a good one. And, the ending for that. Brought a lot of shotguns. You brought a lot of Russians.
Yeah.
I still love the fucking scene where they're like, oh, you can't buy our business. Throws the entire bag of gold down. He can absolutely buy our business.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying this? Shut up, boy. Just I couldn't bad. Oh, man.
Good movies. Good movies.
Definitely watch those.
And if you want that sort of vibe and you haven't seen it, Novocaine.
Novocaine is fun.
I have that on my list. It's very high to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you liked Nobody and those sort of movies, you'll like Novocaine.
If you liked just the basic revenge story, Becky and Wrath of Becky.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the
Becky
thing that
is just
ruined
a
that
child
comedian
killing
for me.
neo-Nazis. The funny thing is, that guy, the guy who plays Paul Blart Mall Cop, I can never remember his actual name. He plays a convincing neo-Nazi. He did well. It's really good acting. It's just really sad it's in that role. It's fuck, bud.
Now it's like this goofball on a Segway. Nah, that guy could be a Nazi.
Also, the sequel has the guy who played Stifler in it, who is slowly making a comeback in Hollywood.
Dude, we're coming up on the last episode of The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah. That shit's all coming to a head. It's gonna be good.
And we got the fact that they put out the Dance Contest song on Spotify.
Yes.
So a running plot line in the last season of The Righteous Gemstones is one of the characters, Baby Billy, creating this TV show about the life and times of Jesus when he was a teenager called Teen-Jus.
Changes.
And the whole point of the show was that it's building up to this big dance-off for some fucking reason. They made a whole song piece for the show. They then did a behind-the-scenes interview with Baby Billy about writing Teen-Jus and released the song on Spotify under the Teen-Jus cast.
Oh, God. I love it.
It's called
So
Turn the
good.
Other Cheek, and it is annoyingly catchy.
It is. It's very much. I recently got a friend at work like addicted to this show, and it got to the point. On season 2, it's like, oh, cool. So you know Baby Billy's Bible bonkers, and she's like, the fuck? Like, oh, you're in.
Nah, that's like a season 3 or 4 thing, isn't it?
Oh, it is a
After he
season
goes
3,
to the resort,
Yeah, season 3. That's right.
where he just rips off Family Feud with Bible quotes.
I love with the most recent one where it's like, I'm just gonna play Teen-Jus. He's like he's an 80-year-old man. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, it's so bad. But,
if anyone is
it's-
listening to us about the Righteous Gemstones, be prepared for a lot of penises. There's a lot of them.
Well, mostly in the current season, they've gotten Walter Goggins' dick out a lot.
They really have. I think it's in his contract at this point.
I mean, come on, the dude's so old, I don't think he even gives a shit anymore. You want my dick out? Fucking let's go.
It's the water skiing one for me. It's
Ah,
like, what? Why is
it's like
there
2
multiple
minutes of-
angles?
It's 2 minutes of Walter Goggins water skiing, only wearing water skis and a life vest.
Yeah.
They do multiple camera angles of this, of his dick out, culminating in him skiing at the camera.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they had a choice they wanted to do, and apparently Goggins was on board.
They went all in, and it's like, I can't fault them. It's a good show. I really enjoy how horrible that show is. It's the thing for like Always Sunny. It's like, you hate these people, but the people around them are lovely.
Yeah.
Like, Keith is best Satanist. Like,
Oh,
look,
fuck yes.
he does make a few mistakes in the most current season.
Oh, when he put on the mother's clothes, it was just like, no,
Oh.
Keith, don't do this. Don't, please don't.
Keith, no, we like you.
Oh, seriously, like, it's a fantastic show. Absolutely. I think every time we bring it up, we gush endlessly about how good The Righteous Gemstones is.
We do, yeah.
But yeah, though, I think it's next week is the last episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that show will be finished.
Which kind of makes me sad.
See how
Like,
it all shakes out.
are we getting more of it down the line, or is this the final season?
As far as I know, this is the final season.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they've kind of done everything worth doing.
Yeah, sure.
So it's kind of good that they're like looking to wrap the whole show up.
The only thing I could see them doing for a future one is just getting Gideon to take over the church. But that would be the end of it.
I don't think I'd want to watch that.
Yeah.
But like for a show that's about a Christian megachurch, they take surprisingly few shots at Christianity.
They really do. It's mostly just the family who are shit.
Yeah. That's the thing. The thing I really like. They go there's a lot of people who utilize Christianity to do a lot of shitty things.
Mm.
And we're going to focus on the people side of it.
Yeah.
Not the, you're stupid for believing in God or some crap like that. They really went, no, we want to punch up at those shitty cunts and not just at people who have faith.
It reminds me of how the Orville handled their sensitive topics as well. It's like, we're going to punch at the shit around this, but this actual topic is important. Therefore, we're going to
Punch at the actual shitty people.
Yeah. Which, should happen more. But then again, I would always get punched a lot, so...
Yeah. It's just interesting in a show of this style that they didn't choose to take shots at the Christian movement as much as you thought they would.
It's funny because they're ignoring the low-hanging fruit for the whole religion side of things. But every other low-hanging fruit is on the table. So yes, we're doing the fart
100%.
jokes, we're doing the dick jokes, we're doing everything we can. We
My
touch
favorite
those
one
ones.
was
They're
what was it? Gideon tried to get the prayer pods off the ground. Which was essentially a sphere that they would put in a shopping mall. and you could go into it and you could pay to essentially hear a sermon from the gemstones, and they'd lead you in faith and prayer. Thing is, they put hand lotion on the outside of them so you could sanitize your hands, and they turned into wank pods.
I think that was it. They were called the squirt yurts.
Yeah, that was it. Squirt yurts.
Squirt yurts. Oh,
so yeah, apparently, like in the setting of the show, they deployed them, and all people did was go into them and jack off.
Although it's been fun with the most recent series because Gideon, the oldest of the oldest son's kids.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean Gideon. I meant his dad. Sorry.
I can never remember his name. It's fine. But everyone seems to forget that he was a stuntman. Every time.
You're talking about the skaters?
Yeah, there's a bit where he does some like sick ass skating. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's fucking amazing." His brother knew he was a stuntman, right?
Yeah. I think his brother was too young at the time.
Ah, fair. But
it's just like good. This dude left the family to go pursue a dream of being a stuntman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can skateboard.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's going to be his new congregation, how he finally figures out how to preach.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what we'll get in the last episode.
Yeah. That's the weird thing with the show. You never really know what's going to happen next. It's very annoying.
Well, I mean, like, the big thing right now is, like, is Teen just going to save their church or kill it?
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping it somehow catapults Baby Billy even further, just to see what he does next.
I know, right?
Alright.
Well, we're out past now, so I think we'll wrap things up. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.